Valera versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
Thank you. I am kind of getting tired of the ladder, to be honest, too. Kang, I want you to know you are my hero. Thank you. Okay, well, we will try to get some wins soon. The Goya Shaman is cool. I lost the dog when he was playing Goya Shaman. I like playing a 2-drop here because I have the backstab to activate SI7 agent. So I can curve here into Toad. I'd rather play this than Toad against Jade Claws, I believe. And 2-2 also kills the hero power. Goya Shaman is like, I think, it's like a controlled shaman. You don't run many like early game minions. You kind of just early game rely on AoE spells and removal. And then you have like your hero power. If you can get some totems, you can play Goya and then like transform your totem to like a Ragnaros or even a Yasharj. It's like a Yasharj Ysera. It runs like a decent amount of big threats, not a lot of minions. So you always like pull really scary stuff. I feel like you also run the legendary, the 5-mana 5/5 taunt that turns one of your minions into, or when it dies, you get a 10/10. So that also works with Madame Goya and Yasharj. Doinked behind Funtown. Thanks for the resub. Reno Road Craigasm. Here is a Crowfist. He is playing a Goya Shaman, very likely. Definitely going to Raptor the Huckster. It's much more value than the huge Toad's Death Rattle. He is running Elemental Destruction. We have 3 Death Rattles, so not too scared. I mean, once he AoEs, we'll have other stuff to do with the Death Rattles. Plus, we want to force out Destruction ASAP if he has it, or Lightning Storm. How will Highlander decks perform without their big heal? My intuition is bad. Reno is not probably, but Reno is the best Highlander card. Like, Reno is better than Kazakus, I feel. So at this point, it's just bad unless, something else happens. Yeah, so instead of like backstab SI and then trade in my minion here, I feel like this is a good Shadow Step target. It's because I actually have to get the trade in, and a 3/3 and a 2/2 doesn't make that much of a difference, and it's really flexible to have that SI in my hand later. Lotus Agents is a nice value card. Discover, that's a nice value card too. So he's overloaded this turn. He lost his Blood Mage. That makes my Lotus Agent play much more tempting than maybe even Shaku. One thing about Lotus Agents is if he hits Jade Lightning, he can take initiative. Like the 5/3, the 5 attack part doesn't matter as much against a control deck, kind of. It does, but not against a control deck with so much like single target removal that just does damage, I feel. Shaku might actually be better tempo. The dagger is good tempo too. So I'm still spending all 5 mana, and it just makes it so he can't just kill my guy. Maybe I should bait out more removal before playing Lotus Agents. I also don't want to play Lotus Agents into a board too big as well. We are going to attack here. I feel like our next turn could be fairly flexible here, but regardless, we'll still have this 1 dagger, because I feel like sometimes we re-dagger, like say we Finder's Keeper plus SI7, we might have mana to re-dagger, we might also not. It kind of depends what I find and what I top deck. At this point, I'm tentatively wanting to brand Lotus Agents.
This guy's toast. Ha, this guy's toast.
Too soon.
As much as I don't really want to use this Shadow Step here, I feel like it kind of gets pretty awkward for me if I don't use the Shadow Step there. I also have another move to kill the Jinyu, which is maybe like Defender Vargas. So Shaku does 3 damage, then backstab hero power. But I'm only getting one minion with it.
My shield for Argus.
Oh, Wind Fury. That is pretty sick. Okay, so we're trading here, trading here, trading here. Unless we'd rather trade our Shaku into the 2-2 to play around AoE more. Which is actually kind of tempting, actually. I should have... Yeah, let's do that.
Here we go.
Yeah, Brandon's side doesn't work. Is Dragon Warrior a viable ladder deck in the meta, or does it basically just function as the worst part where... I think Dragon Warrior is better against Reno Mage.
What to do?
And worse against Reno Lock. Around the same against Druid. I think the matchups are fairly similar. I don't know if it's that exact, but... something like that. Maybe kind of a worse part where... Brand Arcana Smith is pretty interesting. It's a bigger tempo play than Brand Lotus Agents is. Especially with this Bloodlust. He has 5 power on board. I think I like that more. And Brand might survive too. This Fork Lightning looks good here, but... yeah. I don't have mana to play it this turn. Unless I want to Fork Lightning and play Reno for tempo. He's already used 2 AoEs. My board's not really weak to Hex. Mostly weak to another AoE. He's already used 2, and then I feel like he just wants to start playing his Jade cards. He's a mid-Jade Druid, or mid-Jade Shaman. Thanks mostly just asking because I like the deck you brought to prelims with Mulkrock. Yeah, about that, I feel like... so I'm really happy with what I brought to prelims. All the deck worked well, but that was another meta. And I also feel like Dragon Warrior is hurt a lot by the small-time nerf. Oh, bye-bye. It's weird. Wait, I was at 5, huh? Actually, I could have survived that turn.
Watch.
Yeah, you guys are right. If I just used my dagger to kill the 3 attack, I would have been at 2. Serpicoin, thanks for the resub for 11 months. Welcome back to the Strife crew. Here's a Crowfist. Yeah, I messed up last turn pretty badly. We're just gonna keep Eviscerate to kill the 3-drop in this deck. Our coin's super valuable right now. Because we need the coin to activate both the Eviscerate and SI7 agent.
Be thirsty.
Okay, so Tomb Pillage is not going to work. It gives us a coin next turn, so we have a better tempo turn, so we can spend 5 mana next turn. 5 mana is still not easy to like Eviscerate plus SI7 agent. If he has an upgrade effect, So let's not get too fancy with playing Tomb Pillager and defrauding. Tomb Pillager is dying to the Fire War Axe, whereas Backstab SI, I can actually like remove 3 damage from the board. It also kills his last pirate. Looking at the coin for 5 mana, I don't see it being better than actually being able to remove this turn.
This guy's toast.
Who's up for an adventure?
For the war chief!
Skulker's not really even saving us damage the more I think about it. Because we're still taking
Lights out.
the damage from Sir Finley with the dagger attack. And Skulker is like more reactive next turn. Sometimes he plays minions, I can Skulker next turn. I get the cycle going in. He doesn't have any minions to protect anymore. Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect him to use Fire War Axe to trade for the Drake at this point. If he had more minions, then maybe, but because he misses minion drop, this makes sense. Let's get this brand down. Not only do I get the double battle cry, it creates this threat, like this brand threat on board.
Blood and plunder!
We don't actually have to find Reno. Like, we could win with Argus and Arcanosmith. Ooh, okay. Straw first. I can make like 2, like I can trade in the 3/3 and Argus here, or I could just Argus like the 3/3, and basically the difference is I would have a 5/2 here instead of a 5 health taunt. It's like only Sousy Deckhand that's like punishing, because most of 5 is kind of big enough.
So
And we're gonna race him so fast that I feel like even with 1 less minion it'll be fine. Yeah, let's do this. I wanna keep the taunts healthy. Okay, I'm really glad I he had the Sassy Deckhand. It's the most amount of power we can play. This is the most amount of power.
Thank you.
The Brotherhood shall come.
here we go.
I don't think there's any outs for him.
He'd be thirsty.
Careful.
All of you.
Didn't I actually won without Reno this game?
Valera versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer!
Watch your back.
Shaman. This we have nothing to really activate. Let's try to find like a 2 and a 3 drop. Or backstab, deadly poison. I could like sometimes I could squeeze in 1 damage here and then like dagger deadly poison again next turn, but I feel like the chance that I just draw 2 drop is too high. Not to mention, like I might just play SI7 as well.
This guy's toast.
I like this more than like deadly poison shuriken or just deadly poison because a 3/3 is like weak to development and minions attacking him. I give him one more card, but I think this is more about tempo than card advantage in some ways. And because he uses coin already, he can't Jade Lightning here. So the 3/3 is actually not that easy to deal with unless he has Lightning Bolt, which is not in a lot of decks. That overloads him to his turn 4 as well. And they do have a lot of 4-drops if he Lightning Bolts.
Here we go.
Blue is my favorite color.
Here we go.
I got a lot of cool brand stuff. Like a bunch of battle cries in her hand. No death rattles yet though.
What lurks?
Skulker's good here. Kind of forces a reaction. I really just need to stick a minion on board, right? Because then I can like Brand Argus. If this doesn't die on board, it probably is not surviving, but sometimes he wants to play a 6-drop like Aya and it might survive. Our top decks are good. Just every turn we play a top deck. That's definitely better than whatever we have in our hand. This gives us a lot of potential, right? Like, I mean, I'm assuming it mostly dies. It only really has potential if my hair survives. Purple hair, yes. It looks blue though. Everyone tells me it's blue. Oh, maybe I get something sticking on board. Which is what we need. Let's take this value trade here. Let's have a 4/1 left over. Kind of force them to like Maelstrom Portal again or Lightning Storm. Hey StrifeCro, first time I watched your stream that I popped by as I've watched all your YouTube videos. Cool, thanks for stopping by. Alright, so we've played Aya and we played Zeril. I'm trying to think for the N'Zoth. That's all we've played though for Death Rattles. You know what we can do is like Brand Shadowcaster and we get 2 brands for 1 mana. And we can actually just draw a card first. Unless we want to stealth, which seems good. Like stealth a Shadowcaster. Or even stealth Brand. Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm scared of dying. We're at 22. He has 6 on board. I mean, I'm not scared of dying, but I'm scared of like taking damage. But still, regardless, we're always taking damage. I like this move a lot. Now, this is setting for N'Zoth, right? Because if Brand Stealth is probably surviving, and then I'll get back 2 Ayas and 2 Zerils. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, like, I'm scared of dying kind of like over 2 turns. Definitely possible. But I have a lot of cool Brand stuff, like if I get Arcana Smith and Earthen Ring Farseer, I can combo a lot. I have this Brand up for my N'Zoth too. Uh-oh, it's so many minions for Flame Tongue. Like, I think he's threatening 2-turn lethal here. So I might not even be able to N'Zoth, but I just might be dead regardless. Because if I sprint, I don't really have any outs either, pretty much. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He has 1 off lethal. Even with Brand trading in, it's the same thing. Now the question is, because I don't have any AoE, it's not like if I play sprint, this will be better for me. Alright. He still needs 1 damage. I'm assuming I'm most likely dead here, but this is not actually, you know, preventing any damage. Same amount of damage. He needs one more. I needed my Tauren to die before, then I would have had some taunts. Brand SI doesn't work. I think the Van Cleef didn't do much this game, that's true.
Valera versus Tyrande.
You give me strength. Watch your back.
Backstab is going to allow our hero power to like kind of kill maybe one of the priest minions, and we have a good curve, so I can kind of keep like more support stuff like backstab. I've seen bash a little bit in part where it's kind of weird, but it's like it still goes through taunts. It's like a face card. I don't think we backstab here to kill the historian, even though his talent priest gives it +3 health. The 1/6 minion 1/3, I don't know if it matters that much. We're probably gonna Deadly Poison next turn. Most of the stuff, like, we can Deadly Poison backstab and keep our Shaku up. This guy doesn't contest Shaku. I was thinking of Farseer, but it doesn't have as much payoff as Shaku. Even though Farseer trades better, it's not stealth, so I'm opening myself up to Shower of Pain this turn as well. So I Hero Power, Deadly Poison, kill the Whelp. The question is if I go face, because if I trade here, it's only weak to Argus. I feel like we're going face. I don't see a reason to open myself up to Defender of Argus too much. Especially since we don't have a 1/1 Wicked Knife, right? So if I punch this to 1/1, it's almost the same thing. I kind of like this. So this is why the Shock is so threatening, because maybe he had a 4-drop like Twilight Guardian and he played Shower of Pain, and now I'm just ahead. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna actually trade for this with my dagger, because it's a breakpoint for Blackwing Corruptor. If I didn't have the Argus in my hand, I think I still wouldn't trade. Because even if he Corruptors, then I can just like backstab and use my Wicked Knife. But I have a lot of incentive to keep my Tomb Pillager alive because of the Argus, right? Like, say he plays Azure Drake here, which is, I guess, his most likely move other than Showered Death. I'm not too scared of Death because he's trading 3 mana. He didn't have a 2-drop after the Showered Pain. So if he deaths, he's probably just hero powering and deathing. That means that he just wastes like 5 mana to death this turn. So basically the most likely thing is Azure Drake, and I can Argus and value trade against the Azure Drake. That's why I said I probably would not have attacked if I didn't have the Argus. But because I have the Argus, then I should really try to keep my 5/4 alive against Blackwing Corruptor, because I can value trade. Operative is actually very likely as well. Operative and Drake are the most likely 5-drops.
Here we go.
We have a cool like combo with Twilight Summoner Raptor at some point. We can do Aya into Twilight Summoner Raptor. I'm not sure if the 5/5 Faces are stronger than Jade Golem with Aya. It depends if Aya survives. Decklist for Ants. Pretty much, I mean, it's a Reno deck, so I can't really do it any other way. Unless I don't know, maybe move over my webcam to the left and move it up. Who knows? That could be a good idea.
I wield the power.
Yeah, we do not want to take this value trade, or this, not value trade, this like honest trade, right? Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah.
This document looks
put our Faceless Summoner in the middle, that way we have more options of what to Argus. Considering our deck only has like 3, oh no. Only has like 3 Jade cards, I feel like most of the time we were gonna Argus, Raptor that guy.
Is someone injured?
My shield for Argus.
I'm still saving the Raptor for one of these over the coin. Plus, this will be a 4/5 with the Raptor, and it still dies to the Faceless Destroyer the same. I like this more than like value trading for the Northshire Cleric and playing a 6-drop, because it's too weak to Holy Nova with the Azure Drake up, a 5/3, and then a 5/3 with the Tomb Pillager. I want to get some kind of value trade. I don't want to ever like just trade Tomb Pillager in for the Drake straight up. And if I like played Sylvanas, he could just trade, and I steal nothing. He does get a good like value trade, the Technician to my SI, but this is not really a great turn for Sylvanas. If he's thinking about that trade, that means that he's thinking of Dragonfire Potion this turn.
I have no time for games.
2 Sylvanas effects is pretty scary. Actually kind of hard for him. If he didn't have Talent Priest, it might have even been better for him, because then he can like death and stuff. Nice, like if he wants death, he can train Talent Priest and death, but he basically just wastes the Talent Priest. And it's still leaving this guy up.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Once upon a time.
Let's draw first. Depending on what toxin, it's a little bit different here. I like Shadowcasting Zeril more than Raptor, because my death rattles here are pretty weak. And I think I take the value trade. I don't like the Hero Power Bran steal this. He could play Operative here and get more stuff from Bran. Like this is a dragon and he likely discovers Operative. But it's hard for him to play Operative.
The shadows beckon.
Right, because then he's playing Operative into the Sylvanas effect here.
Secret agent coming
Also some chance he has like a Nixia, but Bran and Nixia is not really any different than no Bran and Nixia.
So many wonderful poisons.
I'll choose soon.
The Brotherhood shall
Here we go.
I could have made a gigantic Van Cleef, but I do not believe it's worth it because he has not played either Shower Death yet. Like I could have played these and got up to 10-10 Van Cleef, but with 0 Shower Deaths played, I think it's not a great idea, although the majority of his hand is operative cards. Like 4 of his 7 cards are from my deck right now, but still, like, he's drawn a lot of his deck. It still feels more likely he has death than not. 6/6 is enough to play on Dragonfire Potion, and I have the 5/6 is a dragon, so it also plays around Dragonfire Potion. So we've then played Aya and Sylvanas, Zeril, bunch of Zerils. So 2 Zerils. Okay, I'm just going to assume that we're trading off as much as possible because I think we've played too many Death Rattles here. And since we are going to need to trade this guy off, let's just start trading him off. We can't trade like more than a couple off here. Most people only run one Dragonfire potion. Aya is also 5'7". I mean, not Aya, Nazoth.
I wonder.
Secret agent coming
Could get a Skulker for my deck, but that's not that good here.
What lurks in the depths?
Actually kills 0 units. Okay, well, is he dead? Yeah.
Well played.